I initially thought that I would have to change the way that I wrote my notes. The truth is that I haven't changed it at all. And maybe for the first 1 to 2 months, I would be a lot more thoughtful about the types of potentially sensitive things that would go in a note. So for instance, if I was really concerned about a patient's obesity and whether or not I should put that in the note. I was concerned for the first 1 to 2 months, but after that, my concerns just fell away, and I really don't worry about that on a regular basis.
I think that thinking about how patients might read my notes has made me be a little more conscientious about how I write my notes. I can't say I do that every time, but I try a little bit more at times to put myself in their shoes as to what they might think while reading that.
I think having the patient in the back of in my mind when I was writing the note actually probably made my notes better. I wouldn't write something in a note that I don't think my patient would want to read. So it didn't change that, but it may have made me explain things a little bit better. And I think that that's very helpful.
There have been a few instances where a patient wants to correct something, for instance, that's in the social history. So, for instance, if I mentioned that a patient was married and she was divorced, then a patient has written to say, could you correct this? This may have been true previously, but it's not true anymore. And I just addend the note with a brief correction, and I think it's helpful because it makes the note more accurate.
And once or twice, someone emailed me and said, you told me to stop my medication in the visit, but in your note you didn't say that. Which is correct? That's probably a really important thing that the patient knew, and there's no way they were going to know that if they hadn't had access to the notes.
So that's one obvious benefit of people reviewing their records in a more timely fashion, is that they can bring up errors in the record or contribute to making their record actually more, more truthful and a better tool for their health.